Hello there everybody, welcome to EU4. This is going to be part 20. And yes, war against the Jad. Let's fucking go. And Kalatashia, which is in the south, I remember now, it's down there. Pretty big space actually. Wait. There is no way you're doing that. So if you two both go in there, the war is being done. If anything's gonna come down through there, it's gonna be from... Okay, I guess... They have access through Bavari, but not through Rajnachada. So that's why I can't get around it. And then backups it is. That is also interesting, but we're not doing that. I remember. Did we send it off? Yes, we did. It's Daisy. Adam is right. What else we got? Oh, Verkal Ozafar is repaired. Already digging deep. Askasir's already fallen. So we don't need you in Askasir, but you can sort of guard the area next to it. Ugh, fucking sensational. Show me something great for this research that you just finished. Just while this is there to be done. That immediately start the construction of a fortress. Okay, yeah. Well, that's great. 0% of the cost. I mean, money was not going to be an object. Oh my god. Sensational. So we got great mushrooms. So a great cavern opens up in front of the expedition leader. Small streams of water trickling down the natural stairs, carved out by long past tectonic activity. After he steps down, the water converges to a lake surrounded by greater-than-life mushrooms. Their stalks glow violet, and the caps exude a dizzying smell, but not necessarily in a bad way. At the feet are more colonies with smaller mushrooms with up to many different colours. Yeah, we need the food. And again, 10% supplies because they're all edible. And cool. I've participated in some fights due to be damaged so much. Show us Ruby Hold. It's a damn shame that that doesn't have an actual mission tree, because I think that would be a very interesting place to start the game. So we've got the Gelatinous Cube. The caverns through which the expedition travels are normally abundant with dust, mushrooms, and all other odd things one may find deep within the serpent's spine. For the last few days, the caverns have been suspiciously clean, however featuring spotless, smooth stone. This allowed some of the more seasoned members of our expedition to lost danger of an infamous gelatinous cube, a mindless creature made of oozing gel in the shape of a cube, scouring empty hallways like a large garbage disposal, digesting whatever junk they pick up with their potent acid. And sure enough, after a few more hours, our scouts report of floating chests and swords far along the path, suspended within the almost translucent gelatinous mass of the cube. A few soldiers clad in whatever protective gear they could find approached the creature, now for further inspection. Biago had to go this situation, putting two possibilities in front of the expedition leader: dispose the cube entirely by burning it to the ground, or try to retrieve the loot from within the cube without the danger of harming the treasurer. Attempt to retrieve the loot. The four soldiers that were tasked with retrieving the loot from within the cube shuddered upon the thought of having to reach within the slimy mass out of their own volition. After some heavy encouraging and promising a greater share of spoils, one brave soul finally committed to the deed. He carved his arm with as much possible, tying it tightly, and reached inside. Despite all precautions, he could still feel a faint sizzling, but managed to pull some of the surface treasure out. The chest and weapons still covered in slime and oozed the cube, however, and he refused to clean them on the basis that he has already done enough. Yeah, I feel like if you stick your hand into a gelatinous cube, you're good. You done more than enough. Well, let's put another leader in charge of you. Gulan is done. I wish I knew if there was a hold exploration happening, but it just... I think the last place I would have done it would have been Hodge, innit? No. Literally the first one I looked. Unless it's the same everywhere. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we're never going to be able to explore any of them for the rest. I am sorry. If I hadn't... Yeah, no, I can't apologise for doing my uni work. That does suck that we're not going to be able to... I am so sorry, guys. So we got the Wandering Husks. So many terrorists stalk the caverns of the serpent's spine, but none are so apathetic to their own dangerousness as wandering husks laden with poison. Each step they exude wafts of poisonous gas, dispersing it into the thick air around. Agree with these monsters to just cross paths our expedition. Cannot easily get rid of them. Concerted charge just rile these foes up even more. And their poison taking countless casualties. Approach and handle with care and extract the poison you can. Because, I mean, poison is expensive. You can do it. You can't do it. And I think in the grand scheme of things, the numbers, like, they've lost more men. I've just been severely underestimating the Jad. I'm cocky. Cocky does not make you survive. Go back inside the serpent's fine. You have to make it to this other stack. It is literally the only way. Oh, you're not going to be able to, are you? You're going to be cut off because this is the way in. Right, take Myrmidon then. We can blow up the small stacks relatively quickly, I'm sure. You can move. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. I wonder how many of them have it on. Wait, no. How the prominence flag expedition in progress? It's not on. Hold your cat? Maybe. It's a different province then that has it on. We just have to find the coloured in one, which is going to be a pain in the ass, I expect. I wish there was an easier way to see that, but I don't think there is. Nope. 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 I found where it exists properly, so I don't even have to look for that long. Nope. Nope. That's why it is specifically Grunstanad. And there is nothing I can do. That's it. It shouldn't take me that long to figure that out, to be honest. Embarrassing. Stop there once you're there. So we need... No, you don't actually. These provinces are huge. Oh, that is Tedlam, the thing they took. Fantastic, Ruby Hold. EU4 anyway. I don't know what to do to clear that out. I do wonder if it will eventually clear itself, or if it will be like that forever until the end of the game, which is in only about 60 years. So in the days of Aldorov, Ernavir was the beating heart of the rail system, ferrying goods along the strength of the serpent spine. People responsible for smooth transit were the sometimes railway conductors that managed the economic veins and arteries leading to and from the rail yard. Nowadays, with the Marho tunnel reopened, Ernavir has become even more important as the first stop in the serpent spine for most traders coming from Kannur. Interesting. That's pretty cool. So we got the expedition enters a wide cavern full of stalactites, walls shimmering with strange minerals. Distracted by the unique beauty, they notice too late there are no stalagmites under their hanging counterpart. Then a veritable legion of piercers, love ropers descend from the ceiling like vultures, impaling the unsuspecting expedition. Our spears make quick progress of the lurking lava, impaling them before they can do much more to our troops. Soldiers stab around them with enough awareness to not hit their fellow explorers, trying to hit as many of the slithering creatures as possible. The frenzy comes to a close when the last pincers slither away and flee. More Kish clans, more Jad areas, sensational. I know how to fix it. I know how to fix that issue with the hold expiration. It's just came to me. I can make them a client state. It would immediately remove that from my control, right? Which means that I would have no holds that were currently thrown. It's annoying that I'm gonna have to give up Gronstonad for it. But if it had to happen to anything, at least it's not fucking Mithrandam or Holjakad or Segadir, which is like some of the big ones. Gronstonad, while it's not a small province, it's not all the way deep. It's only level 7. It's not great, but getting rid of it might be the only way. Might well be the absolutely only way to fix this situation. So that's what we're gonna do. You come here. You can come down quicker. No, you can't because you're gonna go the. Yeah, that'll get you there quicker. So, Goblin Moys are no uncommon sight in the Serpent Spine, all the goblins and such, but there are some rarer sights that are rather unexpected, such as bugbears, hulking, furry menaces, which stand at the top of the goblinoid hierarchy. They enslave other goblins, raid, plunder, beast, and lie. A band of such creatures clad in crude armor and armed with spiked clubs and maces has been on a collision course with us for the past few hours, as our scouts report. Quickly, the expedition leader assembles a small council to debate how to approach this threat. A further report comes in as further reports come in, the situation becomes clearer. Also, will die. There is a surprising amount of them, and they have an entourage of goblins as well. There's just more corpses. The crude armor of the bugbears are no match for our axes and swords, which are forged with great care and attention. Our shields and plate resist their meagre strikes. While full of brute strength, they lack the finesse needed to really pose a threat to us. As soon as their underlings notice how their marchers are butchered, they disperse and flee into the surrounding enclaves like the cowards they've always been. Soon the battlefield falls silent, the bugbear slain, fur clotted with blood, maces broken, armor shattered. A victory. Sensational. Even more loot to take back with us. In Gatavaka, Mushroom collecting is usually undertaken by children, so when a little girl emerged from the forest screaming that she had seen an ogre, half the village rallied, arming themselves with weapons and farm equipment to confront and slay the presumed monster. However, they soon discovered that side spiders could take down a physical ogre. They proved utterly useless against the apparition of one. Any attempts at reasoning with the ghosts were futile, as they spoke a long-forgotten variant of the old Oli language and fluent rage whenever anyone ventured into the mushroom clearing. Yeah, no, we need to clear that out. We can't let that slide. Oh, these guys, they are strong. Like, I have to give them that much. They are not the forces of fucking Mahol, which I rolled over like they weren't even there. There is power behind these guys. They have some strength. So I think it's time to call upon the war magic and check our quality comparison with our war enemy, the Chad Empire. So we, especially with the help of the war magic, devastate them in terms of morale, but they have us slightly beaten. We don't devastate them, to be honest. 1.5 at this stage is not truly massive, but it's not great for them. They have us beat on discipline. Now what we do have is a huge amount of professionalism. So we will never run out of men. Dwarves. Soldiers. Come on, you can make it. I know you can. Particularly if we scorch the earth twice. Right, by holding on to that, we actually had a bit of a good moment there. We have the capital, don't we? Yes, we do. Alright, before I forget, so we'll take this entire region for ourselves. Actually, this is what we're going to do after this. Because we can release the Askasura. Good riddance. Idea costs, that would have been much better earlier on. Okay, let's forget about that then. Oh, I'm tempted to not say no to the extra manpower, but what projects do I actually care about? I think Jakarta is done. Tangier. I care about Tangier. You are definitely getting that now. For some reason, something has changed. Because I'm not allowed to go with my force limit anymore. Even in ships. Which, let me tell you, I don't like it. So whatever has changed needs to change back. I understand I can appreciate that being able to go over your force limit, it can turn huge tides. It can make what would be incredibly untenable situations in your favor. Particularly if you're rich. I often am in this game. But if they've stopped people from being able to go over their force limit, they have completely... That will change the way things are done in this game. And I don't like the idea of that. Like, it would reshape the whole method you'd have to use to play smaller nations. Like, how would you ever win as Brittany in a situation where you're backed up against France and England, and whichever one wins, you're fucked, especially if you can't go over your force limit. So what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to sort of just sit there and wait for yourself to get beaten? Absolutely fucking not. No, I don't like it. In fact, it's close to say I fucking hate the idea. I actually do think I hate the idea of it. The more I think about it, the more I hate it. Alright, we're gonna get as many digs done as we can before I unpause this. I'm sorry, this is gonna be less exciting. I gotta stop doing that, to be honest, as well. Yeah, but I need this. Oh, wait, let's find out how much it's gonna cost me. Oh, that's also mountainous. Is this mountainous? Hills? Islands? They have mines. It counts. We'll reach you to the sea, because that just makes sense. Fairly sure that's a mountain. It's fucking right as well. This is very weird the way they've divvied up the mountains. I guess you can have standalone mountains. Hey, no, if I'm doing that, I might... No. I must take more of this area, just push into fucking Bavaria at that point. That's not a bad shout. Oh shit. Oh, that failed again. I think I just do it again. If you fail again, I don't obviously give a shit. No shit. Oh, I didn't realize that was... Yep. Moron. Population fucking me. You don't need another one over there, so you can come down here. A lot of battles and we haven't won that many. I'm gonna start winning more though. Magnificent. And then going deeper. The Cardesti host, a large group of Cardesti nomads have crossed borders and entered our domain. These people are an odd bunch, having mastered the magical art of divination. Their fortune tellers are quite popular with those who can afford their services. Moreover, as a group of experienced travellers, they have picked up some unique artisanry techniques, and their bars are highly praised. However, the stark contrast between the custom of Eldorov and the Cadestis might prove troublesome in the future. Let them be. Have my advisors handle the migrations. As long as all they want to do is bring trade and, you know, but also could give less of a shit. Oh my god. You're not cord. Oh shit. Back them up, 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 back them up. Come on, you can make it. You got this. The Shadow Swamp. Oh, no. I don't like the idea of that. Don't go in the swamps. If you can avoid it, guys, don't go in swamps. Swamps just sound dangerous. I've been killed by swamp dragons. Actually, that was my first death in a Pathfinder D&D, like 3.5 edition game I was playing. Yeah. I think we were hunting down a dragon for parts, because one of my friends was a crafter and they needed specific dragon body parts. Specifically, I think it was green dragon body parts. Maybe it's like the wings, the tail or something. But yeah, anyway, go in there, we're like, oh, we got told it's only like a young one. So we're thinking, we could take a young dragon. It was not a young dragon. It was not a young dragon. We were not ready. I was not ready. It went from being, this will be fine, it's gonna be a tough one, but we'll figure it out, to a, oh fuck me, run away. In about 2 minutes of game time, and possibly less than that in real life, when people realised that it wasn't actually a young dragon. Oh, yes. I mean, it was a fun fight, like, fucking vexing though, as you might imagine. I don't mind when my characters, you know, die. I do get it, like, especially when there's character building in there, that also helps a lot. But just dying because you've apparently been given the wrong information felt a little bit cheap. I mean, that is just, you know, part of life. So the last few days had been easy travel through long circular hallways connecting the caverns with each other, making climb equipment redundant for some time. A welcome change to the hostile geography of this particular stretch of the Serpent Spine, but it wouldn't be long that the source of these tunnels was discovered. It now sailed through rumbling thunder, the sound of crushed rock, and constant rasping. From the solid rock burst forth a beast like few others, a mighty purple worm, a gigantic cave dweller and ravenous hunter. Sharp teeth flashed and dark maw gaped as it charged opposition with hungry intent. Killing a purple worm is no easy feat. Many explorers are torn apart by its teeth, crushed under its gigantic body, or simply fled away by its erratic movement, but not us. We held out against the monstrosity, bombarding it with all we had: spells, arrows, lead, spears, sword, everything we could weaponize anyway. Now, after an arduous battle, the worm twitches as it dies, its body riddled with our weapons. As the dust settles, the first soldiers come to the body and try to make something of the accomplishment. We'll just take them around. I have actually fought a purple worm in D&D. This one is actually 5e though. That was another interesting one. Now, those of you who haven't fought purple worms, they are huge and not huge. Sorry, that's the wrong word for it. 1 second. Sorry, I had a knock at the door. So I was like, yeah, purple worms, gargantuan. Like, they are not like dune worms, but are not in considerable size, considering the fact that they can and will swallow you in one. You get hit with a bite attack, you're swallowed. You're inside them. And you might think, oh, you're dead. You're not dead. You're just inside them. The real horror starts when you start realizing that you're in their stomach. So you're getting acided. Like, slowly but surely. Well, it wasn't me, luckily, who got it. But our paladin, who got in, was being damaged with acid every round. So we had to try and cut them out. Remember, this is a paladin. She's our front line, and she's the one who's got the swords and stuff. We've got clerics, a mage, and I think we had a rogue to somehow try and carve open a purple worm to get her out. So we've got the Obsidian Warband, drums beating, archaic dwarven language, sturdy armor, black tipped spears. These are the signs of the Obsidian Dwarfs, outcasts from Aldorov, heretics who have been exiled into the depths of the Serpent's Spine for their dangerous rune magic. Ever since they resurfaced, some of them can be observed here and there in the Serpent's Spine, but not in such a large quantity. For us are at least 6 legions of dwarfs stampeding through the old caverns. This is not just another warband, this is an army. They can't fight what they can't see. We need to hide. With 5,400 men fighting 6 legions of warriors, because I don't think the entire expedition is warriors. It's mostly... There's quite a few guards and stuff, but they're not all warriors, so... It would be akin to madness to face a warband this size, which means there is only one option. Get out of their way. Quickly, the soldiers and explorers disperse into the channel crevices as the rhythmic tread of the Obsidian Dwarfs approaches. All hold their breaths, cower behind the rocks as the warband passes without looking around, much to our fortune. Once the danger has left us behind, we emerge from the cave and glad that we chose to hide. Hide if you have to. Speaking of the paladin that got swallowed, we did manage to save them in the end. They actually ended up carving their own way out from the inside the purple worm. Luckily, they had potions of resistance, so they just chucked one of them, and they were taking half damage. Them and their layer hands kept them alive for quite a while. They actually survived longer because they were inside than the ones who were getting flailed around by their slinging body on the outside. And let me tell you, it was not a fun time to be a bard or a wizard or a cleric. The rogue sort of managed to keep himself alive by dodging constantly. Like, he kept getting those nice low roll attacks from the damn thing. Oh, yeah. Fuck it, just go all the way around. But yes, as I was saying, speaking of the paladin, we were sitting around for some downtime, I think would be the optimal term. And a few of our group had certain things they wanted to do. So we had fought some gelatinous cubes, funny enough. And our poor paladin had lost her sword. It had melted. Because smacking something made entirely of metal melting acid is gonna do that to your sword. So I, in my infinite dwarvish cleric wisdom, decided that I would make her a new sword. I would actually spend the time to do it, because we were taking downtime anyway. Yes, even more supplies. So I thought, you know what, I'll do it. I'll just make the bloody sword. I then find out that she had gone and bought a shit sword, because I was making like a proper masterwork one with like extra bonuses, you know, all that good shit. But she had gone and bought a sword, and to make money on her downtime, she had joined up with a caravan to defend a group of merchants that were heading, like, they were just transporting goods, right? Well, obviously, she was alone. And we knew this, but obviously, as our characters, we didn't know that she had done it, so we couldn't intervene in any way, shape, or form. I say the caves, we got stalactites, which I think is cloakers and piercers, and yeah. We couldn't intervene without, say, like, it being an out of, like, you knew this because of out of character bullshit, not because you actually knew. So we weren't allowed to intervene. The poor paladin was on their own when they were tracked down, for want of a better word, by a group of demons. You know, paladins and demons, they hate each other, because obviously one of them is actively trying to kill the other, and the other one will happily kill the other. Literally, the DM went, there is no winning this. This was supposed to happen as a event, and I literally scripted it for the first time any of you had left the city. I hoped that you would all leave together, so it would be a fight. But you can't win this. And it was bad. He said, the only thing you can do is I will let you drop all your shit and run for it, and then you'll survive, and that's it. Like, the paladin had gone from being like full plate, armor, shield, multiple weapons. I mean, not the sword, because I was making the sword. The new sword shell was just a sword. But still, gone. Just absolutely gone. Don't walk off on your own. As pickaxes open the way into a large cave, the expedition is met with a magnificent view. The floor of the cave can only be described as a canopy, with stone branches bearing stone leaves sticking out of the ground. Some even reaching into the cave ceiling. As the expedition walks through the stone canopy, a mage remarks this must have been part of the Deepwoods once, so imaginably long ago. Incredible. And our expedition returns. Let them rest, because they gave us 240 of each thing, and I just realised that my Diplo was at the max. No. I probably could have converted you by now, actually think about it. 12 is a year, 120 is 10. That'll be done eventually. $22 years or so? Stop. It just occurred to me. Need to wait to finish this, which shouldn't be too long, and then we'll all do that. We lost a couple points. Why do we... Ah, fuck off, game. Alright. Oh! There's another chromium one there. Yeah, sorry I've been going on a little bit of a... What's the word I'm looking for? That's matter. If it doesn't come to me, there's nothing I can do about it. D&D round? No. Discussion? Not really a discussion. Yeah, fuck knows. Don't fuck around with Wizard Towers either, guys. Just also throwing that one out there. We had a bad experience with I didn't. Whenever there is downtime and I decide to stay behind and do something for my character, things go wrong. Right. We did this before last time, so we'll take the mechanics this time. We were camping again. We were in a town, and I was just going shopping, organizing things, making some armor, because you know I'm a dwarven smith cleric. I can do things like that. Did my party have patience for downtime that they were supposed to be taking? No, they didn't. And I was like, you know what, fine. Let the party do whatever they want. You know, it's not. I'm sure they won't do anything crazy, and there is 5 of them because we were a group of 6. We should be fine. No, do they do anything by half? No, they don't do anything by half. So what do? They go to a wizard's tower that they heard rumors of. What do they find in this wizard's tower? Loot. They find loot. They also find the wizard in what can only be described as suspended fucking animation. And instead of thinking, maybe we should leave, because this guy clearly is still here. I mean, he's not here, but he's still, like, actively in this place. We don't know what's going to wake him up. Did they do that? No. No, they didn't. What did they actually do is they looted the entire fucking place, killed 2 of his guards that he'd called up to guard his treasure, failed to blow open the largest vault, but they did get some stuff. And then what did they do? They brought it back to us. Did they cover their tracks? No. Did they make sure the wizard was actually dead? No. So they come back to town. About 4 weeks later, I, who was not involved, have some of my blood stolen after a fight, you know, because, you know, you get knocked around a little bit, blood goes places, some of my blood gets stolen. I'm like, okay, it's not a great place to be, but you know what, I'm sure it's fine. Like, what are they going to do? They managed to use it to scry on me, and those who I related to. They then went, like, the wizard went, so the wizard sent demons to get the blood from me and the party itself, but they managed to scry. They scried on all the party, by the way, not just me, but I care because I was not involved in this. They then went and high cleric, high wisdom save. They weren't getting much information out of me. The paladin got first. Her family, she got given a scroll which projected an image on it of her family estate being absolutely destroyed. So the cave ends in a very narrow opening between the stone remnants of a tree and a large boulder that rests against it. Our mining engineers look at it doubtfully. We could try to cut pieces out of the tree and the boulder to widen the entrance, but the whole cave ceiling rests on it. We have to work really carefully and with support beams, and even then it is a bit risky. It might be safer to simply dig past it and create our own entrance in the greater cave system. Dig a new entrance. Yeah, so the paladin's family were all dead. You know, that great character development occurrence was happening again. So, yeah, she was obviously absolutely livid. Like, ready to go, fuck any mission, fuck everything in existence, we're finding this wizard kind of thing. Now, I was thinking a little bit like, okay, this sucks, but at the same time, we've got shit that we need to do. We can always find and massacre this guy afterwards, because, you know, we can always resurrect your family. Especially since they're rich, because they have their own estate. And then, there was, I think I can't remember what they were playing. They were the bard, I think. So a small stream of water pours out of the cave wall and tracks its way through the bed of stone leaves on the cave floor. After some distance, it drops through a hole in the ground through the stone branches. The waterfall audibly hits the body of water, but after lighting up the depths, it appears that there is solid ground next to it as well. We could descend here next to the waterfall to follow up the water, or we could keep moving through the caves and ignore it. Descend the waterfall. I want to know what's there. I can't actually remember some of the other ones. What I do remember was when they destroyed that, because they couldn't find any information on me that easily, they had instead decided to use my family as hostages when they finally got information from me, especially since I was one of the ones who weren't involved, and they knew that, right? So I then had to deal with the fact that I had to convince my team, my party, to give themselves over to a wizard who massacred the majority of their family and friends to save my own. Like, genuinely, the level of how the fuck am I supposed to... Like, God, it was such a tough decision because you have to decide what piece of shit you can end up having to be. So the presence of the celestial Kirin near the province of Bianyan has been marked by a series of calamitous lightning storms and destructive tornadoes, causing significant damage to the region's agriculture, and wreaking havoc upon towns and villages. The reason behind the noble Kirin's sudden display of wrath towards the people remains unclear, leaving many to question the legitimacy of our rule. Fuck off. Spirits do not determine who's in charge. The people do, because technically this is a republic. Although I'd say we're actually an oligarchy, but still. So, the expedition depends from a rope next to the waterfall one by one, landing on the shoreline of a large underground lake. It shimmers in a beautiful way. Silver, with minerals under the water reflecting the light of our lanterns, and fish appear to move near the bottom. The lake is fairly deep and appears to have a cave underwater through which the water flows further. Two expedition members who are experienced with this immediately off to see where these underwater caves go. Further down the lakeside, there is also a cave that continues a path above water. When light is shone into it, however, it is bent in a strange way, and many expedition members are uneasy about going in there. Stungruth. I mean, take the dive. Soon after the divers entered the lake, they came back, claiming to have found a path towards the next cave. While this is a fairly long swim, there are several air pockets on the way there. After having sealed all the gunpowder and watertight barrels, the expeditions began to make their way through the underwater caves. Diving in teams of two, they make their way through the narrow passages, handling the gear behind them. The last few drivers, however, take a worryingly long time, but just as expedition members started preparing to dive back from, they emerged from the water carrying trinkets and gemstones. They tell our water spirits who took them by the hand and led them through the tunnels towards their homes. There they were welcomed and given gifts before being sent on their way again. Incredible. By the way, that not long after I was given that decision on what kind of, giving up my party or giving up my family, the game sort of came to an end. It was tense. Like, it reached a satisfying conclusion, but not with the wizard thing. That didn't reach a conclusion. We finished the main quest, but I think everyone was really high-strung about what was going down. And it was incredible. Like, believe you me, I think it was an amazing story, and a few bits and pieces that they've used to rip the I'm trying to think of the right word. The safety from ourselves was incredible. Like, we were not ready for what happened in any way, shape, or form, which did truly make it incredible in its own way. But it was stressful dealing with it, especially like everyone's screaming, trying to make me take a side. So a small opening leads into a massive vertical cave. The visitor was once inside of a massive tree, already hollow before being petrified. The stream of water enters the cave next entrance we came in through and flows down the edges of the cave. Strangely, it appears to have formed some sort of spiral staircase out of the rock over time. While it looks structurally sound, the rock is awfully slippery and covered in a thin layer of moss-like water plants. The cavern is too deep to descend by rope, however, so we have little choice but to use the staircase. One by one, the expedition members carefully make their way down the water-carved steps, using climber gear to hold whatever they can. Slowly but surely, they make it down. Every slip up immediately corrected by a strong grip on a piton or a fastened rope. A shared sigh of relief sounds as the final Exhibition member steps inside the cave and onto the cave floor. I was just thinking of more D&D now. That's the only thing on my mind. Which, speaking of, having to practically all civilizations, the Cardians have developed a strong bardic tradition. Some of their highly praised songs cover topics such as love, fate, and their numerous journeys. A group of Cardesti bars recently gained renown after their impressive performances in some of Silverford's busiest taverns. Their songs are apparently mesmerizing to the extent that some of our core members have voiced interest in having them perform for the president. The bars were faster to show their readiness, provided we pay them accordingly. I mean, if we actually paid a bard group 35,000 crowns, I'd assume that bard group was set for life. Forever. Sensational. So a strange creature. At the bottom of this hollow stone tree, the water gathers into a shallow pool from where it seems to disappear into the porous rock below. Something's glistening, an expedition member yells. The water's deposited gold here. Scrape carefully. As we step into the pool and quickly scrape what gold we can from the rock, cracks quickly form over the brittle floor. Just after all the expedition members quickly step out of the water, the floor breaks and collapses into the depths. Nice little bonus right there. That's actually might be another story. Not that specific, but me thinking about D&D is just brought another one into my mind. So I was playing 3.5e as a wizard, as an evil wizard specifically, actually, a necromancer. And I was actually into it at the start, but then I kept getting forced into situations where I had to pick the good option. Like, I couldn't see myself doing the evil thing, so maybe I'm just not great at playing evil characters, by the way. Like, that's not necessarily me. So inspecting the cave walls, the expedition engineers find a very faint hollow sound when tapping one of the cave walls. They claim that it's clearly another cave on the other side, propose opening up so the expedition can move forward. Using explosives. Using small amounts of explosives at a time, the expeditionaries blow a hole in the cave wall. After this explosion, there is finally light shining from the outside, and after the sixth, there is finally a pathway out to the inside of the stone hollow tree. Sensational. So as I was, slowly heading towards being a good person again, as this wizard, giving up my evil ways, and also one of the reasons why I had to pick good items, or good things, is because certain things occur, like my hometown's under attack, my home village is fucked, I need to go and save my family, and then I keep having to do things that are good, but there are also things like, I may be evil, but I'm not, hate my family evil. So then that was leading my character towards being good. The forest floor. As the expedition emerges from the inside of the massive stone tree, they step into a humongous cave. This must have once been the forest floor. Stone trees stretch from the cave floor to the roof like gnarled pillars, holding up the rock above with twisting stone branches. It's unclear just how far into the distance the cave stretches, as vision is skirted by the mass of stone trees. But more surprising than anything, this long-dead forest looks alive. Water trickles in small streams over the cave floor. Patches of mushrooms and serpentine gather around the base of the stone trees. A number of sylphs flutter onto a nearby patch of mushrooms, looking inquisitively at the expedition before losing interest, flying away again. Send them back out again. They're gonna keep digging this area out. I wanna know everything. I only had to do 250 for that, to be honest. shit, I had started my way back towards being good. I had actively actually discussed like a redemption arc in and out of character, in character with the rest of the group and out of character with the DM. Like, you know what, this is going to be interesting. Let's see where this goes. Like, and it won't be a perfect, you know, travel. There will be obvious, you know, setbacks, you know, to make things interesting. Then I was just minding my own business, actually, traveling through a desert on my way home, you know, to see my family, who are luckily not dead because we intervened, and me and my party. I say me and my party. I in particular was attacked by a sphinx, who are good creatures. They are just good. What this means is I, in self-defense, killed a sphinx, which is an evil thing to do. Right? But I thought, you know what, just a minor setback. It's not a minor setback, because suddenly I keep having moments where people who are good, and I'm trying to keep trying to kill me, and all I'm thinking is, I can't die, because if I die evil, I'm going to hell in this game, right? Like, and the hells are a thing. But so eventually, I reach the end of my tether. I just start murdering everything. And the whole justification for this complete loss of control is just a simple, I was trying so hard to be better. And you know what that got me? Fucking nothing but misery and assaults. So I just started killing everything. In fact, I think I went so far past where my regular lawful evil was, and straight into what my DM considered chaotic evil. And he's like, I don't like people who play chaotic evil characters, but I can see that this sort of, it makes sense, the amount of shit I was throwing at you. I was like, I think I need to stop playing this character. I actually had to let him die. I couldn't get. It was rough. That is an example of when I did not like the way that was being played out a little bit, because while I don't mind setbacks, like killing the Sphinx, fine. Being attacked by Paladin, can understand it. Like, and I understand going to jail for doing the necromantic experiments I was doing. Makes sense. It does make sense. But at the same time, if the only thing that's happening is be getting attacked or threatened to go to prison, all this how's anyone supposed to, like, how is I supposed to, in the game, get better? I wasn't really supposed to. Like, there was no improvements that I could have done in that scenario. I just sort of had to live with it. And I just decided the deep end is the way to go, because of course it was. Don't fuck with your players too much. They will end up murdering everyone in your game. Not literally. I wasn't going to do that because I'm not that kind of person even then, but still. I was much more willing to do the crazy. Maybe I shouldn't be saying all this, because it does make me sound a bit mental. Oh well, it's too late now. Don't play your characters, guys. Play neutral. All good, but neutral adds a bit more option. Oh, don't listen to me. You can do whatever the fuck you like. Right, this is actually really long. I forgot how much fucking space these guys had. Oh, I forgot about this area. I actually quite like linking these spaces up in a more coherent method, so will you allow it or will you not because we don't have that fort? Nah. I'll go and take the fort then. There's just so much space to attack. Let's get battered. Not battered, but what's the word I'm looking for? I pushed my army too deep for them to actually be able to hold any of the areas they've already taken besides taking more areas. And now I've got to turn them around and go back up north and refix this shit. Does it technically have enough to besiege that area? Yeah, you do. You're fine then. Do you actually want to be in this fight anymore? I'm sure you've lost a lot of men. No, you have 1 million. You have 1 million men. You've lost 1 million men. As have I. But you still have another neat mill to go. This is one thing I do dislike about playing on very hard is even on normal it's very difficult for nations to gain 1 million men. But in very hard it's quite easy to the point where there are multiple million men nations running around right now. I've broken 1 already. No, sorry, I've broken 2. I've done the problem. I've beaten down the Northern League and I've just beaten down the Jadari, so I guess this is one of the last. These are the last bastions of stupid Bavari. Bavari needs to get smashed. That's the other one that needs to get smashed. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? You probably could have made it by now if I'd actually paid attention. Okay, let's send you now. Go back inside. Where is your capital? Oh, the other side of the continent. Right, you have to take some more of these fights. Right, I'm not gonna run all of my troops into Katalasha. But I'm gonna start just taking fights. Do I care about the gnomish hierarchy now that I got what I wanted? No. Behold. Shit, I forgot about that. Oh my god, wait. Wait, we'll stop that now. See? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll let the Gnomish Hierarchy and Magisterium and whoever else kick off at me, I don't care. What are they gonna do? Just kill themselves on my fortifications? Yes, they are. Aren't they? I'm annoyed that you don't have the Dwarvic runic barriers, but I guess it can't be helped. Oh! Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That also explains why it might not have showed up with the thing for the thing yet. Okay, well, here's hoping. Also, once we take this, White Mel will be at the end of the war with the Jadar. Or the Jad, sorry. Alright, there it is. Alright, so if I take these to link up that area, I think that's fine. I can actually think about it. Can I make use of this great project here? It has to be the accepted culture of Bahari. And what does it give us? Advisor and tech construction, which is great in the early, not so great now. So don't necessarily need that. And the net, yeah. I guess there is this stuff down here, but I'm not sure what this does either. Oh, that requires it. Oh, no, we are Jad. So we can actually make use of that, but that's... could come in handy. Especially since we're taking stuff in that area anyway. This is really gonna upset Bavaria, isn't it? Even if they're not on that list. Yeah, Ascasur doesn't exist anymore. Yes, it does. Sun Elf rule there, though. Oh, Ascasur is only present in a couple provinces. 3 to be precise. It's not worthwhile. Wait, how much is this gonna cost? Oh, this is huge overextension. Oh my god, that's 12%. Where is that? Oh, that's also 12%. Jesus. I'll take the outer position, the C. Alright, I'm gonna have to zoom out just to make sure I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, there it is. Shit, none of it's gonna be doable, is it? We were literally at the cusp, aren't we? Oh no, we're just not occupying any forts in the area. Then... Also, I think if they're too small for me to see, there's no way it's gonna work out. Wait, give that back. End their alliance. God damn. Okay, fuck it, we'll just take the province then. The plundering of Duraztani. Having recently conquered the province of Duraztani, we have made a discovery of potentially great magnitude considering or concerning the local temple complex. We have learned that those who previously had control of the temple complex were using Karashi dwells to plunder and pillage its ancient relics. While such actions will surely be frowned upon by some, it cannot be denied that they also present great opportunities for ancient wisdom and riches to be attained. Lastly, we proceed. So, Karashi drills will be granted to the artificers, which allow us to plunder temple complexes. Plundered a lot of the serpent's spine. Let's continue that tradition. Right. Call the damn things. Right, I really hope this works. Oh wait, no. I like... Yeah, that'll do. Right. I worked! I fucking... Oh, I'm so happy that worked. So the goblins, human slaves. Let them settle now that they're free. Can't believe that actually worked, guys. It actually fucking worked. It's all about where I've actually got things close by, and Shastandir actually has got a group already on them, so it has to be that place next. So just a common metal vein, but it's fine. At least it means that I know this is working. Silver, excellent. So they've got some mountainous province I wouldn't mind having added to my nation. This is all grasslands, and then down here's all switches into farmlands. Just to give you an idea of like the... So it's this straight line, or not straight line, but this line of provinces, a little bit of extra there, then exclave, 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 and then big line, big line, outside of this. Yes, explore Anvil, right? Fuck it, I want to know what shit's outside of the Serpent Spine. Common metal veins. Okay, so this does... I'm gonna lean into playing Silver Forge after this. Oh, fucking hell. They're not in the coalition against us, which I find a bit weird. So we've got assault golems. Humans silhouette powered by a golem gore, or dames have crystals surrounded by many runes which operate the golem. distributing the magic energy to move the necessary limbs remotely. Having us operate autonomously is currently impossible, and an operator must be deployed ready to command it efficiently. As a golem, it is not able to fire or use firearms of any kind, and is restricted to melee fighting. The golem boasts fairly high offensive capabilities, with little to no defense power. I like to think that if you're encased solely and completely in bloody metal, surely that's got to have some defensive capabilities. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, you don't want a glass cannon, because you get one shot with that and then you're done. You know, I don't like. Fuck off. Join the. I don't care. Join the coalition. Do whatever you want. Could care less. Show us something amazing, Oddful Tungia. Is there any metal that rare metal, I guess. Cold iron. But I think, I have a feeling that that's not going to be... If that was going to be found anyway, maybe it'd be in the northern mountains or something. Another one for Mithra and Arm, and then we're going to go to Mildhar. No, if you make a proper... If there is going to be a cap on not being able to go over your force limit, that would make that specific advice thing, gives you a times 10% force limit, a bit more valuable in certain situations. So as the harvest season dawns upon Zavontad, a multitude of merchants have flocked to the region to trade and procure fresh leaves for drying and selling in their respective corners of the continent. However, this year's harvest presents an unusual twist. With the leaves displaying a mild pink glow and many exhibiting red veins, what's even stranger is the effect it seems to have on people. Those who come into contact with these peculiar leaves become noticeably more amenable and affectionate, seeking physical closeness with one another. The major speculate that a benevolent spirit has bestowed this enigmatic blessing upon the harvest. The exact reason remains a mystery to us. Only time will reveal if this effect endures or if it will take a turn for the worse. I don't like that idea either. I don't like enchantments, things like that. I hate. You know, hate is the word. I hate them. I wouldn't win that fight. Not a chance. I mean, they wouldn't get into the servants fine. They would overrun everything else. I might be able to put up some resistance in these two areas, but not here. I'd lose Verkal or Zavar, no question. That would get overrun as well. And so Oddful Tunga as well. How do I explain it? How do I explain it? I can defend, I think the servant's fine, until the end of days, if need be. And not a thing would be able to enter these areas of defense. Not one enemy army would survive for long if they did get in. And I say if, because that is a big if. Particularly if I actually went through the entire business of making everything ridiculously impossible to challenge, and I have not. I've been lazy with it since I've reached a certain point. Because I just don't have anyone to fear. We found Mystium. Do we have Mystium? I feel like we do. Yeah, we do. So just gonna hit the Magnificent. Yeah, Cragton Vor can have one. Avalrite can have one. Hardy Hole can have one. Muslim Master here can have one. The Outlet can have one. See? Just didn't tell you. Because it does seem to focus on the areas, like now I'm just going to keep getting ones that are inside lands, because they're the only ones left available. I don't think this place has one though. Or does it? It does have a Hergrim's Rune Forged Fortress. Maybe that's the last thing I should do. Maybe that it should be the last thing I do. To what essentially is a war against the world to see how many of them can actually push into my areas. Very good crack. Oh, steam powered blueprint. 4 steam powered swords. Take the shortcut, guys. Come on. I just need the elemental air. Please. Let's see what else we can get from this ruler magic conjuration bullshit. Oh, we already built one in. Oh, is that this one? No. Oh my god, I thought that was an exit point. It's not an exit point. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, it's already done, I guess. Now that Hardy Hole is an outside position. Okay, this place would also become a very difficult place for people to fight me. If it does actually produce both at the same time, we'll see what happens. Road. Form new Vagva vein. So I could do it in Segdir. So what happens is local defensiveness increased, attrition for enemies increased, local production efficiency increased, in and out of position. Inarguably the out of position. It doesn't even have a max level fort. Get your shit together, Mildahar. Stop being an ass. Just, please. Thank you. Electric automatic rifle. Interesting. That is way ahead of time. Not under lair. Nope. one as well. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Shit, and that fear is outside of your position. Oh no, there's someone there. I thought we only had people at Mithrandar for some reason. Oh no, actually I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, that's fine. They had that one in hand. Hyderabad is one of the few places that I would say didn't actually need more development. They're not gonna be upset about it, but still. Right, let's quickly throw down another search. Happily focus on Blade Breaker Pass. Are you potentially able to build one? Yes, you can. Sorry, that was sounded a little bit crazy into my ears. Alright, let's wait for the next one to come up for the net. There it is. Oh, it's just gold. Let's kill them and then I'll have to call it there. And go and focus on other things. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, right. There you are. Well, at least it's a fortification area. That's the only upside I can see, to be perfectly honest. It's a fortification area. Shit. Until you... Let's stop this. Physiocrats will take the Evancanism. Right. It's been quite a good war won against the Jad there. Like, quite a bit of extra space gained. Fix the issues with the hold expiration, thanks to the release in the client state of Grunstad, or Grunstad City specifically. They also improved their hold infrastructure. I think they advanced it, didn't they? Did they? Maybe. What's this hold mine thing? Oh yeah, I know what that is. If I clicked on Old Volcansar, it should have like a list of shit that they have, yeah. Well, that's by the by. As I was saying, yeah, we did quite a nice bit of expansion there. Got some places to look at. We completed this area here, fixed that issue. Looking at the next expansion, I'm tempted to just take more of Marholdian land. Particularly this fortification line, but I don't know if that's worthwhile because it's only plus 25% and holding them inside my forts in this area. Maybe If I just fortify... No, I need to be aggressive if I'm going to deal with this shit. I do think my next war should be against Rajnaj Hadda and Bavaria. I might deck on Bavaria and then fight Rajnad Haja and Dahui independently. Because I do border them in 2 positions now. I mean, while I don't think there's any real, like... There's hills, I guess, that I can make use of over there, but that's about it for Dwarven Mines. Although we are rapidly reaching the end of this, so if you guys feel like, you know, sticking around to see the end of it, that'd be great. Okay, it has a bit long, and now we are getting to the point where there's not much happening. I really hope we can find that bloody air thing still. But I hope you enjoyed my weird ramblings about my D&D mishaps in the past and horrifying moments, not necessarily funny. Hope you all have a lovely day and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.